Hi and welcome. I am Katarina and this is my channel, your place for card making, creative inspiration and a little extra sparkle in every project. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. Let's jump into today's project. Hi everyone! If you've seen my recent video of unboxing the brand new collection by Chloe's Creative Cards, you saw me mention that I'm going to be using these butterflies in my first make using the collection. So in here I prepared some butterflies, but fear nothing, I will show you exactly step by step how I created these. It's just I wanted this to be nice, ready and dry, so I will be able to create my cards with this. I didn't want to smear that glue and the glitter. So that's why I created this set of butterflies in advance, but I will show you exactly step by step how I done that in this video. So taking the Printed Delightful Butterfly Ombre Vellum pad, I picked out these gorgeous rainbow color butterfly pages, and this is the ones that I use on the butterflies I already showed you. I embossed them, glittered them up, and as I mentioned, I will show you just how. But there are 12 different designs and there's 8 sheets of each of those difficulties and different colors, so I was having a hard time here to choose which ones to go for, but I settled for these other rainbow-ish colored ones. So the first one were more like pinks and purples and teals. This one is blues and yellows. You can see the difference between the two. So I'm going to use 2 pages at the same time, and I'm going to take the Delightful Butterflies 3D embossing folder and die set. I'll not be using the stamps today from this kit, but I will be using both the embossing folder and the butterflies. I will be able to work with the 2 sheets together. It will turn out just as beautiful and it saves a little bit of a time, so I tape them together, inserted inside the 3D embossing folder and running it through my die cutting machine. Now I do use a Sizzix switch. To do that, I'm using just one of the cutting plates. So I just removed one of the cutting plates as I would be normally die cutting, and that embossed them beautifully, and it embosses both layers beautifully. Now you can see how there's a little bit of color outside the embossing and outside of these dies when I arrange them on top. It's intentional. There's a little bit of a bleeding to those colors, so even if you don't line them up absolutely perfectly, it will still have the color on your die cut. So I think that's very clever, and it is so helpful because you can make tiny mistakes and they will not show. So in here I'm separating them, and you can see both layers beautifully die cut and beautifully embossed for all of these butterflies. To turn these into gorgeous sparkly fluttery butterflies, I have zoomed in so you can see what I'm doing. Just following those raised areas that the embossing from the folder has already created, I'm drawing over with dry clear glue from a fine tip glue bottle. Then I'm taking my diamante sparklicious glitter, and this is truly like diamond in a jar. I wish camera really showed how truly beautiful in real life this is. And I'm sprinkling it all over the wings, and I'm left with this gorgeous sparkly butterfly. And I compare to the other one in here, you can see the difference. Now you can leave the bottom layer of the butterfly without the sparkles. I'm going to just glitter up them all because I was making this card for a very special little girl, and I wanted this to be extra and add all the extra sparkle that I can just get onto this. So following this exact same technique, I'm repeating the same steps on all of these butterflies, and then I'm going to start layering them up together. To do that, I'm leaving the bottom layer for the butterflies just lying flat, and you will see me do this in just a little second, and then bend up the wings alongside either side of the body on just one of these layers. This is going to go on top of the flat one. Using my Pin Flare glue gel, I'm adding a tiny bit of glue just along the body, and I'm pressing the top layer onto that. This is the exact same step that I'm repeating for all the other butterflies as well. Now these wings are dry. I waited a few minutes in here, dry enough to work with, but I wouldn't want to be pressing these down just yet because the glue is still not completely hardened up and not completely clear. So that's why I prepared my butterflies in advance that I will be using on my card. And just a quick trick in here, I lost the little cap that I use on this syringe for my glue gel, but even when I had the cap, it always dried in. However, and this is not a professional advice, just something that works for me, I've added a tin foil cap, just a makeshift one like that on it, and days later it is still working fine. So just a little bit of a tip: if you lose your cap too, you can try to use tin foil instead. So you could see all the butterflies together, the new ones and the old ones as well. And in here I have an 8 by 8 inch white card base, 7 3/4 of an inch square holographic sparkly card, and the 7.5 inch square card from the Pastel Rainbow Delight paper pad by Chloe's Creative Cards. I'm using liquid glue to glue these on top of each other to layer up on top of my card front. From the Fancy Squares 3 die set, I'm taking 4 different dies. I've taken the 3rd, 4th, then I left one out, and the 5th and the 6th. If you have the same die set, just so you know what sizes I'm working with. With the largest and the smallest out of the 4 dies, I've die cut a white card frame. And then with the 2 middle ones, again a white one, but I have double-sided sticker adhered to this one. And that is because I'm going to cover both of these in glitter. So starting with the frame, I'm removing the backing of the double-sided adhesive. Now I expose the sticky area in there. And I am covering this in the same glitter as I used on the butterfly wings earlier on, diamante sparkle, and I'm making sure that I get a very good coverage all over. And once that's done, I'm just taking some liquid glue to cover the back of it, and I am gluing this on top of that thicker white frame. I went ahead and I cut a piece of acetate that is just large enough to fit behind that frame. But I want to add some texture to this acetate, so I'm using the new embossing folder by Chloe, and this is the butterfly background, which embosses such gorgeous details into my acetate. I wish I could show you just exactly how stunning this is in real life. It's so much better than on camera in here. It is really, really stunning. You can see every single detail on there. And this is a heavyweight acetate and it's embossed so pretty. I am very impressed with this one. So I'm going to remove the backing of the double-sided tape that I added behind that frame and sticking my acetate down onto it. And here I was deciding if I wanted to have the frame straight on the card or I wanted to add this piece. Remember the one that was covered in double-sided adhesive? So I decided to use this piece. I peeled back the backing sheet, and then I'm taking this little glitter pot. This is full of sparkling butterflies. They're like silver, holographic. They're really lovely in color changing. And I'm just adding here and there all over this surface. I'm just picking up with my pickup tool some of these butterflies, and I'm just really scattering with no rhyme or reason to this at all. And once I have enough butterflies sitting on it, I'm just taking the backing of that adhesive again, and I'm just going to smooth over, make sure they stick into that adhesive very well. Once that's done, I'm taking my super fine crystalline glitter and I am covering the entire area in it. There were some card pieces in the glitter pot, so I was just removing those, what you could see me do here. At this point, I wasn't sure if I wanted to turn this into a shaker card, because my original idea was to create a shaker card, but because there was so much going on, and here I was double questioning myself. First of all, I knew that I wanted to add dimension either way to this frame. So I took this foam tape, but the tape is thicker than the thickness of that frame. So my favorite trick is to add a couple strips onto baking sheet, and it is so easy to cut this down in half without destroying the scissors with the adhesive. This is really something that I do a lot. So if you are struggling to cut your foam adhesive, baking sheets are really, really good trick. So in here I am just covering all the 4 sides. And then here I'm just checking it against the card, and oh, it looks so lovely. There's so much sparkle and glitter and shine from those little butterflies. And then the texture on the acetate. It just looks so pretty. Honestly, in real life is so much nicer than what the camera gives back in here. So I'm removing the backing of the adhesive on all the 4 sides, and I'm going to reinforce it with some liquid glue. And it is after this that I said, why not? I'm just gonna add just a little amount of shaker elements. At the end of the day, I was gonna go for all the extras in here. You could see me thinking that this is when I actually decided to use. So I'm just using some of these lovely floral sequins. They are like pearly white, but some sort of like a lilac tint to them, I guess. So now I'm sticking my frame on top of them, and they look so lovely in there. I was really happy that I added it. You'll not see much of it because the butterflies are large and they cover up a lot of it anyway. But I think it's just those little things that you add to your cards. And with this one, as I mentioned before, I was going to go for all the extras. I'm using my pin flare gel glue just to add the butterflies to the acetate. Like so, lifting up those wings a little. And in here I decided that I wanted to add some texture to the bodies of the butterflies. Instead of adding rhinestones to them, I just wanted to use glossy accents. There's so much going on with the glitter on them. I didn't want to take the attention away for those. So I used glossy accents. But now what happened, that under the weight of the glossy accents, and because it's wet probably maybe, the wings started to flop down. So they were flattening down a lot. So I needed a solution, which I will show you in a little minute. So I started to do my rhinestones because I thought that the butterflies would be okay, but that large one definitely kept flopping down. So what I did, I added a little bit of a pin flare just where the 2 wings meet, just a very thin bead of it. And then I'm propping those wings up just with rubber, a simple pencil rubber that I had just in hand in here, just to hold those wings up, prop them up until that glue gel dries. And here I finished with the rhinestones, so I added 3 in each corner. And it was only in here that I realized that all the other butterflies were getting a bit flat too. So I decided to do the same thing to those as well. And just watch this. This is a picture how I left my card overnight. So I added a little thin bead of glue under each of those wings and propped them out with anything that I had at hand. Foam tapes, bag of little pearls, sharpener, anything really, just to make sure that all those butterflies will be nice and dimensional. And then I will show you the footage just in here the next day I took. Just how stunning this is. Really, just look at those colors. The card is so sparkly. I have to say I really am in love with these butterflies. Do let me know what do you think of this card in the comment section below. I would love to read your thoughts on this too. Here are some still images as well. And if you like what you see, do not forget to interact with my video. I really appreciate your support. I already have another card tutorial up on my channel using butterflies just like this, so make sure you check that one out too. I really appreciate you, and see you in the next one. Bye! Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe so you won't miss my next video. And in the meantime, feel free to click on these rectangles for more creative inspiration. Until the next time, see you soon. Bye!